All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, talking about unfortunate news in the world of music and in the world of Journey, the band. Um, yeah, this is something I didn't see, but I kind of knew about some of this a couple of years ago. All right, I didn't know how bad it was. But anyway, doing what I do in real time for a few real people out here, just like you and just like me. So I haven't seen any stories about this in the mainstream rock media, which isn't surprising. They'd rather talk about Bruce Springsteen's latest project, over and over again. So anyway, this is kind of sad news, though. The headline, this actually came out today. Arnel Pineda breaks silence on wife's domestic abuse allegations. Yikes. All right. So he broke his silence on the wife and what she's been up to. And apparently, she is doing some retaliation against Arnel. Speaking through his Las Vegas-based manager, Yul Session, Pineda dismissed his wife's accusations, saying these were meant to paint Pineda as an abusive husband and father. His wife has accused him, by the way, of domestic abuse. In an exclusive interview with Inquirer.net USA, Session, who has managed Pineda's personal and career affairs for many years, described the allegations as retaliation after Pineda filed adultery cases against her nearly 2 years ago in Quezon City. This is interesting because Arnel apparently had the goods on his wife. Arnel filed an adultery case against her. Everything she's saying now is retaliation. Arnel has proof that she has a lover. According to Session, Pineda decided to take legal action after finding out about his wife's involvement with another man. Arnel had investigators follow her. Now, this is pretty interesting. He even has photographic evidence of her leaving a motel with another man. Despite that, he still refrained from making these things public for the sake of their children. This, again, according to Yul Session. He stressed that Pineda has never physically hurt his wife. All I know about Arnel, and most of the people around Arnel would agree with his statement, is that he is a very gentle person in and out. He is incapable of being violent. What his wife is saying about abuse is not true. Others who have worked closely with Arnel shared similar sentiments. I cannot imagine Arnel lifting a finger to hurt his wife, said veteran concert promoter Vic Perez, who has worked with Pineda several times. He is one of the most gentle souls I've met in this industry. He's a lot different from the guys in Journey. That's for sure. His demeanor is the exact opposite of what his wife is claiming. It's sad she would make up these stories to cover up her extramarital affairs and to take advantage of Arnel financially. That's just foul and unacceptable. Now, Arnel has got to be worth a pretty decent amount of money these days because he hasn't been maxing out the American Express card. He hasn't been going to expensive hotels and so forth. So he might actually still have some of the money he's made with Journey. Despite their differences, Sessions said Pineda continues to provide for her financially. Wow. The wife even collects rental income from Arnel's properties. She receives at least 500,000 pesos every month, he said. On top of that, Arnel continues to shoulder the expenses of their children from school to daily needs. He is a good father and provider. Man, Arnel so doesn't deserve what he gets. There's a general theme from his childhood, even his tenure in Journey. He's not Steve Perry, so everybody gives him a load of crap for not being Steve Perry. Sessions said that Pineda has treated his wife's children from her previous marriage as her own or as his own, paying for their schooling from elementary to college and for their trips abroad. So, again, not maxing out the American Express card, partying, and trying to spend his kids' inheritance here. Sounds like he's a good dad. He added that the couple's children have confided their unhappiness with the ongoing conflict. According to him, the children have even asked their mother to stop her public accusations, with one of the older children reportedly saying, "He's still our father." The wife's camp has previously claimed that Pineda failed to attend scheduled court hearings, resulting in the issuance of a bench warrant. But according to Pineda's lawyers, this claim is misleading. Man, this sounds like a Journey thing now. It's starting to sound more and more like when the lawyers get involved, it's definitely a Journey thing. In a statement, his legal team said that the bench warrant issued by the Quezon City Regional Trial Court was procedural in nature and has already been addressed. At the time in question, Mr. Pineda was medically advised to rest due to illness brought on by the stress of personal matters. Wow. So imagine him being out there with Journey and people are giving him a hard time for not being Steve Perry. So he's got this going on in the background and he's got the naysayers. So this guy is under a bit of stress, just a little. The allegation that he intentionally ignored or refused to attend the court is unfounded, his lawyers from Chavez, Miranda, and Sochi law offices said. Session further claimed the wife has been pressuring Pineda by resorting to public accusations and media attention, and that the VAWC case was financially motivated. She wants to make it a media spectacle, but Arnel doesn't want that. He has always told me to keep it out of the public because it affects the children. The Journey vocalist himself has not spoken publicly about the issue, choosing to let his lawyers and manager respond. Arnel is very reluctant to talk about this, he told me. And this, again, is his manager talking. Speak about what you know and what you have seen. He wants this settled privately and properly, not in the public eye. He emphasized that despite the strain, Pineda has maintained his responsibilities at home. Arnel is a blessing to his family. He never abandoned his role as father and provider. He gives more than enough despite all the lies being said against him. He remains devoted to his children. Session expressed disappointment that the family's private matters have become public, saying that the focus should be on the children's welfare. What's saddest about all this is the kids. They're seeing things on social media, and it's not right. No matter what, they are the ones most affected by their mother's actions. Wow. This is just crazy. Arnel never asked for this to play out in public, but he has the proof, and if needed, he will use it. For now, he only wants peace and the chance to continue providing for his family without being bombarded by lies. At the end of the day, Arnel's legacy is not just his music, but the way he treats people with kindness and respect. To see his name dragged through these false accusations is heartbreaking because those who truly know him understand he would never do what his wife is claiming. Okay, so, I didn't want to bring out the As the Journey Turns music here. This is just really sad. Now, I knew a couple of years ago that he and his wife weren't getting along all that well. That's what I had heard. I didn't hear any specific things, but I think the allegation was that she was cheating on him and that he was heartbroken because of that. And I didn't go public with it because, this wasn't out there. But I knew a couple of people on the inside who were talking about this, and it's just really sad because he is a really good guy and he deserves better. And certainly, this might be partially why Journey decided to take the year off. I don't know. I mean, I think they have something planned for next year, but maybe Arnel wasn't physically or emotionally up to doing this. And a couple of times on the last tour, he had some real difficult issues vocally, and one of them really didn't make sense at all. And I'm sure his mind and heart were elsewhere. And you got to pray for this guy. You got to pray for him. He is a great human being. I know people who know him, and nobody ever says a bad word about Arnel Pineda. All right, except the people who are so Steve Perry oriented that they can't admit that Arnel has done a great job for this band for many years. Nobody can be Steve Perry, but he certainly doesn't deserve what he's getting now. And it seems as though he's trying to take responsibility for his family, which is sort of going against the grain when it comes to certain people in Journey. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So good for him. And we wish him the best. This is just really sad news. Hopefully he can put this behind him. But, if a divorce is coming, which I'm sure one is coming, there's probably going to be a huge settlement, and the wife is going to make out really well. And Arnel, again, is going to be the guy who is treated poorly in this situation. So next time you think about bashing Arnel Pineda for whatever reason, maybe don't do it. Just think about the crap the guy's been through. He was brought here from another country. He revitalized a band that was sort of on life support, got the brand back in the public spotlight. While he was the singer, they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He wasn't inducted with them. Whether he deserved to be inducted or not, he probably should have been inducted. All right? It's kind of like Jason Scheff in Chicago. Yeah, sure, I'll go to the Hall of Fame with you guys, and I'll sing, and I'll do all the heavy lifting, and you guys all get inducted, and I'll just, get out here and perform the songs that I've kept going for the last 30 years. So I don't think that's fair. I think by default, that person should be part of the Hall of Fame with the band. And in this case, I think Arnel should have been inducted since he's been with the band since like 2007 or 2008. It had been about 10 years when they were finally put into the Hall of Fame. That was a bonehead move to exclude him. That's just my humble opinion, right? I mean, yeah, you're going to sing for me. Steve Perry's up there. Yeah, you're going to sing tonight, Arnel. He sings his heart out every night, all right? Whether you like him or not, he's a good guy, and he certainly doesn't deserve this crap that is happening and apparently is very public. So there you go. It's sad news. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with more, so stay tuned. I'll see you then.